Hello, subscribers. Thank you all for joining me on this video. We're going to be taking a look at the charts again, so it'll be an absolute pleasure to take you through that. Just bear with me a sec here. Oops, press the wrong one there. I had an issue with Hangouts yesterday, so just let me know that you can see the charts currently on the display there. Silver Junkie. Love me some silver. I know, tell me about it. We're going to be looking at that now. We're almost out of the woods here, everybody, so it looks like we're going to be clearing that, and then where to from here, which is what we're going to be taking a look at. So this is silver on the daily, and then we're going to be taking a look, obviously, the usual: gold, platinum, palladium, and then we'll also look at the recovery in regards to cryptocurrencies as well, and we've got some articles to take a look at as well, so stay tuned for that. Blimey, you crazy guy. Why would you say that, Silver Junkie? Right, I'm just going to just check something out quick. We just need to get the Palladium. There we go, Palladium now. Just need the Palladium chart. Okay, silver price currently. Now, when we finished yesterday's show, it was pretty much around, we were 5 cents away from 16. So it's since the open, which is what we're looking at right now. It opened at 15.95, so that's pretty much where it ended yesterday. It's now at 16.21, and we're just clearing these few hurdles here, which puts us in a very good position to tackle the next obstacle. However, it's not as hard as you think. So $16.21. That's currently where silver is right now, which is fantastic. We've got this great looking trend all the way up here, these huge candles going up. Essentially we could be overbought though, so we might see some form of retracement because we are essentially overbought. We're way above our moving averages here. Our moving averages are still, look at that, your 20-day moving average is 15.35, the 30-day moving average is 15.24. We're almost $1 over that, and we're still creeping up. So I just want us to clear this, and then we're going to take a look at the other challenges which are based on the older sections here, which takes us back to, what does this take us back to? Takes us back to June 18, guys. Almost a year ago we were in this position where we were losing essentially down. But what is interesting about the series we're in lots of buying activity here. If you have a look at this position here, big green up there, look at this one here, green up there, look at that one, green up there. So I think this will open the next stage of buying personally, which is going to make things really interesting, because if I look at the amount of buying involved here, this could push us over the 1650 level and into some interesting territory, because once we're here again, it's buying up there too, it's buying up there. We're in a buying zone up here, which is currently the zone we're in, so it's buying there. There isn't much selling currently, so long as these buyers that were buying here are either holding or buying more now, then we can expect to see another a parabolic move, if you can call it that, in the price of silver. And I'm sure if Health Babe was here, I'm sure she'd totally agree, and that would probably be the way that she would want it. Clinton S, he said, "What's up, Silver Limey and everybody?" No, I'm good, thanks, and yourself, Clinton. Actually, just sorry, I was a little bit late with the live stream. I was just out earlier today, so I just managed to get back now, put up the charts. We're going to be taking a look at some stuff, so I'm good, thank you, and yourself. Peter Bose is here as well, just saying hello. We've got Silver Husky. Hey, Silver Husky, how are you doing, man? It's good to see you. Urban Silver Stacking is here too, to go along with my fat XRP stack line. We got Stephen Heath here as well. Stephen Heath says hi, Flute and Silver. Urban Silver Stacking says, feels good to have a fat stack of silver. I'm sure it does, particularly at this point in time. I mean, if you think about it, for every 100 ounces that you're holding, the price has gone up basically $1 easily. I mean, if you look at where we were last week, we were about the 15.10 mark, 15.07. We're nailing it. I mean, it's a full dollar. If you got 100 ounces, you've made $100 just on that 100 ounces. So it's a good place to be in right now. And if I look at these zones we're entering here, man, I mean, I'm not one for speculating, but if this holds true and these guys don't sell, we're going up here. I mean, just look at this. We're into 17 territory, 1750. Until we get to these top areas here. That's going to be our main area of resistance. Is these selling zones. And even look, even if you look sooner, you've got another resistance area here. Where does that put us? 1675. 1675. That looks about the next big one. Other than that, it's all buying. So it's going to be an interesting time for the next, probably over the next week or so. And even tomorrow, with tomorrow being Friday, and we got the weekend coming, it's going to be interesting to see how silver closes. Let's have a look. Yeah, sorry, Clinton S says he's doing great. Italian G is here as well. He said, Silver Junkie. Somebody says, Silver Lime, your neighborhood friendly silver stacker. Elf Babe is here. Oh, fantastic. I was just talking about you. I was like, well, you know, looking at these buying areas here that we're getting into now, there isn't much selling in these areas here, which sort of, I get the feeling that more than likely we're going to be entering another stage of buying. At least that's my thought based on these upshoots of green we've got up here. There isn't much selling in this area. So long as these buyers are not selling and they're constantly buying, we're just going to keep moving up. I mean, where are we now? We're was that 15? Can't be at 1567 surely. 1517. Sorry, 1617 is currently where we're at the minute. So we just need to get over this little hurdle over here. Once we're through that, I'd say it's going to be smooth sailing. We're going to be seeing some good numbers. At least that's my take on it anyway. Health Babe, Andre G, he's here as well. He said, Health Babe says, just stop by to say hi, have fun with the silver rising trend. Absolutely. Guido Stackin, he just said hello to everyone there. Guido is here. My stack has made me 3 grand, so I'm happy. There you go. Stephen Heath, man, I tell you what, you guys, I mean, there are some people there with enormous stacks. I know International Stacker, I'm sure he's over the moon currently, although he probably wants a lower price. He wants to keep stacking. But I mean, he's just got a ridiculous amount. There's loads of people, I'm sure, who've got over 2,000 ounces, maybe 3,000 ounces, 4,000 ounces, just in that dollar alone. Just makes you feel good about your silver. Sucker Silver says, hello, Silver Lime. A trader I follow says silver can make a measured move to 1725. Well, again, just looking at these buy zones here, we just got massive buy zones. It's great to be back in this area, because I tell you what, there isn't much resistance. Sorry, I'm looking at the wrong area. Sorry, this section here. It's all, you know, these are all selling here, and then there's buying involved, and there's more buying here than anything else. So you know, all we need to do is just get over this little hurdle where we are here, and once we're above that, I'd say 17 is in our sights here. 1650 is probably let's see, what's that? 1660. This would probably be the next major area here. Say between 1660 and 1687. Once we're through that, it's straight up till about this level here, 1725. That's probably what he said there, 1725. Guido Stackin just saying hello to Clinton, and hey, Health Babe, Sucker for Silver, hey, Sheffield, you did not make 3 grand unless you sold. Andre G, it's a secret. Health Babe says critical level at 1650. If it can break that resistance level, plus multiple lower highs and higher high confirmation, it could challenge the next level between 17 and 18. There you go. So Health Babe as well, throwing in her sort of ideas in regards to where it could be. So let's have a look. 1650. It's more than likely where this little patch is here. Just looking to see what buying and selling is. That pretty much puts us at this level here. What's that? 1650, and then it's the other levels up here, 1660. That's probably our next challenge is here. But we just need to get over this little hurdle first here. So hopefully, yeah, we can do that with relative ease. Right, so currently it's $16.18. Health Babe says one of the reasons is that there's a passive investors are seeking for yield. Many currency bonds have negative yield, and gold has already gotten its rally with significant gain. Yeah, it's almost like silver's playing catch up. It could be another reason why they start to move into the silver market. Absolutely. Well, again, if you look at gold, gold has only gone up a few dollars. Again, if you look at the percentages, which we're going to take a look at now, it could be another reason. She said, have to run and have fun all. Bye for now. Cheers, health babe. I've heard corn is selling as gold and buying silver. No ways. Right, here we go. This is the gold chart that everyone's been seeing, and essentially we've popped out of the zone. So we're having a breakout currently at this stage. We're currently up to 1430. We've broken that 1420 resistance, and we have cleared this area here. However, there's still a Mickey Mouse level, which is currently what we're on at the minute. We just need to push on through that above the 1430 level, ideally. I'm pretty sure there's movement there. If you look at again, gold is up $3, nearly $4. Again, if you look at silver, silver is currently up. What is it? 22 cents. Look at the percentage though. Percentage change is 1.38, and gold is currently 0.28. So again, silver has outperformed gold on yet another day. Pretty much on the last 3 days. I'm sure everyone can agree there. You want to check the charts. Silver has outperformed gold, and where are we here? 4-1 at the minute. Yes, obviously in regards to dollar pricing, but it's more about percentage gains, and silver's looking good. Okay, so gold 1430. I'm going to take a look at platinum. I'm still tracking platinum in my ascending wedge here, but it's just moving sideways in the minute. It hasn't broken through. Essentially, it'd come close on the daily. This is the hourly, so we're going to check the daily quick. Yeah, there we go. That's where we touched, and then we pulled back down. So that's this ascending line up here. Our high line is here, and our low line is here. So we're still tracking in there. So we could see a potential breakout. I think I said here probably within the next couple of weeks. So it depends. More than likely, if interest rates go the way they do, I suspect there's going to be a jump here. At least that's my expectation. So we're going to have to wait and see for that. Platinum is currently priced at $846 an ounce. That's up 2.26, and that's only 0.26%. So again, silver, the winner on the day, based on that. If we look at, we're going to look at palladium now, and just see what the palladium is doing. Just checking the chat with everyone, just make sure everyone's looked after. We got Health Babe just saying hello to everyone and have a nice day. Silver Monkey Face, hey, how you doing? I'm good, thanks, and you? We got Stephen Heath says TTFN Health Babe. Andre G, the ratio is still high with 88.1. Well, I tell you what, it's lower than what it used to be. I think it was up to 93, so it's pulled back 5. It might still be high, but again, you got to look at the positives. It's still 5 better than what it used to be. So you've gained 5 ounces currently with this rally. So again, that's 5 ounces that would have been eaten. We're going to take a look here. So we've got there we go. Andre G's just saying Guido there, he's okay. So let's look at the palladium is in the red today. So it was green yesterday, now it's back in the red. Now again, we are seeing a pullback here by the looks of it. So we're sort of moving back to our moving averages. It's touching the 30-day, or just about to get within that 30-day moving average. So again, we're probably going to see some consolidation before it tends to move on up again and try and tackle that 1600 barrier. So we'll keep an eye on that. It's still currently looking good though, considering its move. So regardless of that slight pullback, it's still looking positive. It's very much like Bitcoin. What Bitcoin's doing at the minute, if we look at the chart here, it's kind of like doing this, but it's still on a massive uptrend. So we're going to keep an eye on that. Right, let's have a look here. Right, Bitcoin. This is what Bitcoin has had a bit of a interesting ride. I was watching it earlier this morning. I haven't bought back in yet. I'm still waiting a little bit longer, even though it's popped up here. I still think there's some degree, even though it's just popped out of that area there. I'm expecting some form of pullback here. So I'm just waiting to see how things go. There's not much activity pretty much in the last hour. Still low numbers generally means that either it's going to go up or it's going to come back down. So I'm holding for that. But essentially, I was active when this happened here. You had this drop down to about 9.3. Probably when I should have got in. I could have shorted some Bitcoin here. Got in, take a full benefit of the pop up, and made probably about $1,000 just on this jump here, which would have helped my wallet big time, just on that big jump. But I didn't get involved in that, so I left that alone. We got Ethereum as well. It's looking very interesting, with the exact same momentum. However, we're not out of the woods yet. We're still at the top here. However, you can still see a reversal at some point, because it almost feels like they've run out of steam here. So we're going to see exactly what happens. I'm going to keep track of it. I want to get back into Ethereum, but again, it's got to be at the right price. And I've been patient through this entire thing here. Could have bought in at this 190 level. Decided to left it. Should have had a second chance to get in at 192. I didn't, and it went up as far as 220, and I thought, well, there should be some maneuver because it's doing this sort of maneuver. Whatever goes up comes down, up, and then comes down again, and then it came down as low as 207, and then it's popped back up. So the buyers immediately came back in, probably thinking that that was the end of the dip. So we're going to wait and see on that. I'm not making any predictions on that. Right, sorry, Clinton says, hey, at least no black screen today. Oh, well, hopefully. touch wood. There you go. You guys can hear that. Hey, the Farkas is here. Hey, the Farkas, how you doing? Well, I guess we'll have to wait and see, but hopefully it doesn't collapse. In case you guys missed, I streamed this morning. I did a Germania Mint. I did a preview or a first look at the Warrior series, the new Berserk high relief coin, which is coming out. So in case you haven't seen that, it's the next video behind this one. So be sure to check that out. There's a really awesome detailed video of that. Anyway, let's get straight to it. So what are we going to start with? We're not going to start with Bitcoin. We want to start with metals first. Right, so we're going to just move this down the end. Right, this is interesting. This was published yesterday. It's the US housing data supports metals in the short term. Gold, silver, and other metals are posting gains amid a bad housing data in the United States. However, a firm dollar is containing movement, so it would have been a lot higher had it not been for the strong dollar. In the United States, building permits declined 6.1% in June, well above the 0.1% retracement expected by the market. The housing data provided, the housing data dropped 0.9%, also in June, against the 1.9% increase expected by experts. Gold tests the 1400 area, but recovers after that. That's when we saw that big jump the other day. So if you have a look at the gold pricing, that was pretty much this jump here. It was we were looking down here, and then it was still sort of dawdling a bit, and then it just shot straight up, popped through resistance, was hanging around there for a while, and then we had the big move here, and that was pretty much this morning. And it's just popped it up, looking good. Where are we? Okay, so gold is recovering ground on Wednesday after bouncing back from 1400 area earlier in the day. US housing data fueled the metal that is under pressure and a strong dollar index. Gold to USD is currently trading at 1407. That was obviously yesterday's prices. Again, I'm not going to go into that because we've got newer prices already. As FX Empire Analysis reports in recent article, the selling is being fueled by so-called safe haven buyers who are liquidating speculative positions placed on a hedge against escalating tensions in the Middle East. However, the weak housing data fueled buyers to take positions. In any case, the rebound seems to be short-lived as the dollar index remains strong, and the good US retail sales data is still in play. To the downside, gold showing support at 1400 area right now. Okay, which we already know. Again, I'm not going to go into figures because we've already got the new figures. Silver is trading positive for the fourth straight day as investors are taking positions ahead of a possible interest rate cut. On Wednesday, obviously gold gains. Again, I'm not going to go into that because we already know what the new price of metal is. There we go. This was yesterday. It says epic silver signals vying for your attention. Let's have a look here. That looks sweet. Didn't get to watch the video as of yet, though. Okay, perfect. Yeah, when you go in there, there's an actual video that I got from the Germanium Mint, and it shows you the whole coin front and back from an actual design rather than just a photo. So make sure you see that. Tony G says, heard there are rumors that China is buying silver for its industrial stockpile. I wouldn't be surprised, based on these prices, prices that we're seeing at the minute. That's a very interesting. I'll see if I can find anything more about that, Italian G. All right, the next one is there's not much to say about yesterday's session. This was obviously dated yesterday, and this is by FX Empire. But things are very different when we look at silver. The white metal jumped higher decisively, rallying above the June highs, and the SLV ETF soared on volume that we haven't seen so far this year. The volume was even higher than what we saw at the 2016 top. It was bigger than what we saw at the late 2012 top. That one was close, though. In fact, the only year that we saw higher day volume during the silver upswing was 2011, except for the silver top, the mid-2012 rebound, and the late 2010 massive run-up. All of the cases when silver soared was accompanied by volume. I'm sure that was which was lower. I presume that's what they mean. Were accompanied by a volume which was lower than what we saw yesterday. And these were also major tops. Combining this with the shape of yesterday's candlestick in the SLV gives us a clear indications they are beyond words. Bearish. That's interesting. SLV gives us very clear that these are beyond words, or beyond words bearish. Let's take a look at the chart for detail. Silver volume record. There we go. Reversal on epic volume. Okay, that was back down here. Almost identical. So they're thinking that there's a bearish move coming in regards to this. They're saying it's almost identical based on these peaks here. But again, we're in a different time currently at the minute. I certainly understand where they're coming from. Generally, if you look at these huge amounts of buy-ins, yes, there is, but there's substantial news in front of us moving ahead till the end, at least till the end of the month. So let's see how it plays out. Looking at the past year, it's obvious that the shape of yesterday's candlestick is just what we saw at the high of 2019, at the 2019 high, and at the mid 2018 top. Silver opened the day higher, then rallied only to give way to intraday gains before the session was over. This all happened while gold and mining stocks declined a bit, so it was a crystal clear case of silver's outperformance. Reversals such as the shooting stars in silver should be confirmed by big volume, as the session should represent how bears overwhelmed bulls in the fierce battle. In this way, the session shows the bulls gave their best, but still lost to the bears. Bears obviously declined, those selling. Bulls buying, bears selling. From that point, lower prices are to be expected as bears have proven to be stronger, and because then nothing happens in the market, there are no buyers and no sellers, the price simply falls. The important part of all of this is volume. Because it's absent, its absence means no fierce battle. This means no profound victory of the bears, just a back and forth action, which without much meaning. So to yesterday's volume was big. Would like what the heck? Sorry. To say that yesterday's volume was big would be like saying that continuously smashing one's face against the wall it's not the best use of your time. It's true, but it doesn't cover the full story. The silver volume was huge, it was breathtaking, and it was epic. The above chart is not big enough to show a huge to show huge enough to show too huge. Okay, I think that means too big. I don't know, again, for bad English in these, because they were nothing else that's similarly big. Okay, that was a bit of a mouthful. Right, closing that one down. Sorry guys, that was not one good worded article. Right, the Farkas good at 14.29 right now. Trump 2020, that says Melina Trump 2024. I'm just going to check and make sure everyone's up to date. We're up to 11 at the minute. So again, just thank you guys for joining me on this video. It's always great to share this information with you. Right, let's take a look through. Okay, silver is at 16.19, almost 16.20. Gold is 1431. Platinum is 847. Okay, let's have a look at Bitcoin. All right, so Bitcoin price jumps up $1,000 in 30 minutes to top 10,000 again. Right, Bitcoin surged $1,000 in just 30 minutes during the US trading hours on Thursday. This is dated today. It's by Omar Godbold from CoinDesk. That found the leading currency rising from 9,335 to a high of 10,400 based on Bitstamp. The sudden rally could be associated with a massive unwinding of short Bitcoin to US dollar positions, profit taking seen in 30 minutes, as reported to by bot-powered Twitter handle Whale Calls. Prices have dropped to a low of 9,200 at 2 o'clock, having repeatedly failed to beat the psychological resistance of 10,000 in the agent session. And during the early European trading hours, but Bitcoin's price rise is now boding well for the broader market. Names like Bitcoin and Bitcoin SV are reporting double-digit gains at press time. Meanwhile, the Ethereum's token and XRP are both up 6% and 3% respectively. Bitcoin dominance rate, the top cryptocurrency share of total market, has also risen from 68.8 from 65.4, as seen earlier today. Looking forward, with the sudden move to 10,000, the prospects of Bitcoin breaching the former resistance turned to support at 9,097 have weakened. That said, the bulls are not out of the woods yet, and a break above 11,000 is needed to validate the bearish case. Obviously, that's just a show there, low point, low highs. A high volume break above 11,000 would violate the bearish lower high patterns and shift risk in favor of a rise to 12,000. Notably, the move above 10,000 is backed by a rise in buying volumes, obviously the green bar. Hence, prices could rise to 11,000 in the next 24 hours. As the writing, BTC is changing hands at 10,400 on Bitstamp, representing a 5% gain on a 24-hour basis. Right, so quite a substantial gain there in regards to Bitcoin. So if anyone bought, they made basically 1,000 in that 30 minutes earlier this afternoon. Right, this is interesting. This is NASDAQ may soon launch Bitcoin-based future contracts. This was literally not that long ago. It says, there we go, it's got a picture of NASDAQ. So the coverage of cryptocurrencies has attained over the past few days has been more than overwhelming. Two working houses of the US Senate advice of Facebook's blockchain head and head of Libra Association, Marcus David, I think it's David Marcus, not Marcus David. They addressed a series of concerns around the proposed white paper. Facebook was the forerunner of the project, and given the current findings and allegations against Facebook, it has already set its mind. Despite the grilling of Facebook, other things came out to light too, that Libra is not a cryptocurrency. Let's just get some of the reports there. Furthermore, the media attention was so overwhelming that it even made some crypto proponents wary of it. Tom Lee, the co-founder of Fundstrat, tweeted merrily, obviously that means happily, Washington and media coverage of the crypto and Bitcoin is turning into too much of a good thing, because it might push real Donald Trump towards an escalation. Need Brexit, China trade war, Euro banks back in the headlines, Bitcoin choppy until then. That's interesting. Bitcoin choppy until then. There are all mostly bullish indicators for Bitcoin for the long term. However, as Lee cautions, it must all happen in time. However, the crypto community innovations and attention around all that is growing too fast for the media to ignore it. According to our sources, there might be another big news coming in for Bitcoin. NASDAQ was planning to launch Bitcoin-backed futures contracts on its platform, like the CME futures. Matty Greenspan, the senior market analyst at eToro, tweeted, following all of this excellent BTC coverage in our financial media and considering the lean yield environment in traditional markets, BTC-backed futures debut on the NASDAQ is going to be simply glorious. When asked about, okay, I don't have to go into too much. When asked about tentative dates of launch, he replied, when is this happening? Could be the next few days. Wow. Okay, so they're planning to ride this. So that sounds very interesting. I'll be launching Bitcoin futures, and he says within the next couple of days. Wow. Therefore, we should be expecting a launch soon. Moreover, it is highly probable that fresh volume surge would strengthen the bullish case for Bitcoin. Cautions must be practiced while trading Bitcoin or any cryptocurrency. The Bitcoin futures launched happened in December 2017. However, what followed was a bear market. Nevertheless, past performance is not an indication of future results. But it's something that we have to take note of. That we always tend to look at the past in order to see what the future may hold. Right, let's check in with silver. Right, so we're moving ahead there. You can see no wick on that. It's going up, $16.22. $16.22 for silver. Just need to get over that little. Yep, we're just over it. We're just over it. No, keep going. Up almost 27 cents, 1.6% up. Right, let's check in with Bitcoin again. Where are we here on the hourly? We're still looking interesting. Still in the buy zone though. Looking at this technical analysis. Let's have a look here. Where are we? Ethereum is 224. Okay, we got 3 red candles. That's interesting. Gold, $1,433. Could be edging for 34. Let's see how it compares with other resistance levels. Cheapest for the flipping thing going up. Heck. Okay, sorry guys. Oh, where the flipping screen's gone. Right, there we are there. Cheapest got lost for some bizarre reason. Okay, that was the 1 hourly. Let's go back to the daily. Right, okay, that's where our resistance level is, but looks like we're in a bit of a resistance zone. Let's see when we were last in this area. Jeez, it's been a while. And it has been a while. I don't think we can really take that into consideration then based on years and years and years ago. Okay, so I think we're just going to leave that and we're going to hold in here. Let's see how we get on here. 1450. Well, 1450 probably. 1460, 1480 maybe. Maybe in those areas there. 1435, the price of gold currently. Right, sorry, I should check it and make sure everyone's okay here. We've got Graham Stacker says hello to everybody. Hey, Graham Stacker, how are you doing, man? Good to see you. We've got the Farkers can't stay, guys. Phone is dying. No problem. You probably left already, but thanks a lot. Will Stalker, glad I got back into BTC right then. You lucky bastard. When did you get back in, Will Stalker? I'd certainly like to know. When did you buy? When did you buy, my friend? Hey, Will Stalker says, saw your Graham Slacker moment yesterday and was busting up laughing. There you go. Oh, you bought it that low, man. Great position. There we go. You bought it the 9.3, so you were watching it. I've been sending you tips though. At least you can do is say thanks. I've been giving him heads up on prices and stuff like that. I've just been like, yeah, you're watching this, you're watching that. Bitcoin's that. Was it Ethereum's this? Man, okay, good for you. Okay, so Bitcoin is one I'm going to be watching very closely here. Let's see how it looks on the daily. Right, that's ourselves out of that sort of descending wedge. We're still not out of the woods yet. We've still got plenty of room to go. I always work at the 10.8 mark and then we build up from there. But I want to get in. Graham Stacker says, good for you, Will Stalker. I'm going to try and see if there's going to be a pullback first. Let's check and see if there's any whales currently on the horizon. BTC whales. Whales are these guys. Are these huge guys? I would say huge guys. Sorry, they hold a lot of weight. There's a whale alert here. It's basically when they move huge amounts of crypto from one part from their wallets and onto an exchange. So let's take a look here. It's 3 days ago. Live tracking of large crypto transactions. So these are kind of guys that are able to give you a sort of heads up. Ideally, I've never used them before, but oh, there we go. Whale alert. This was an hour ago. 524 BTC transferred from Palladium to an unknown wallet. Whale alert. There's another one there 2 hours ago. There was 16 million Binance tokens unlocked from escrow. That's valued at $465 million. The 524 Bitcoin equals 5.5 million. Okay, so not really huge amounts currently at the minute. Let's have a look here. Oh, hang on. We've got 10 million XRP valued at 3 million transferred from Ripple to an unknown wallet. 20 million XRP transferred from Ripple to an unknown wallet. We've got 800 million ZIL. I guess it's some kind of crypto token. 4,000 BTC. That sounds interesting. That was 4 hours ago. Transferred from an unknown wallet to Bitstamp, so they were getting ready to offload. 2,349 Bitcoin. That was 5 hours ago. Transferred from CoinFloor to an unknown wallet. 31. What's that? 31 million. Wow, 31 million Stellar Lumens tokens transferred from Binance to Binance Cold Storage. 6 hours ago, 8 million HT. Not really sure what that is. Holo chain, maybe. I don't know. 590 Bitcoin. That was 9 hours ago. Valued at 5.7 million. No huge numbers currently. I saw something there. AMD said there was some kind of 25,000 tokens or something like that. AMD whales. That's CCN. Okay, sorry guys, I'll diverse a bit. Look at gold now, says Joey Rhodes. How you doing there, Jody? You well? 31 million Stellar equals like $12. When was this one? This was the beginning of the month. That was 200 million short triggers, 8.5% plunge in the price of Bitcoin. Let's check gold. Where are we? Gold 1,435. It's moving. It's moving up. 1,434. Silver's at $16.22, just above that area there, which is great. That's what I want us to start moving clear of that, and then we can start looking at about the 1650 resistance level. So we're starting to hopefully start moving into further buying, and then we're just going to keep going up, and then we start hitting that other resistance level. Platinum approaching 850. That's interesting. $848, up $3.66. So percentages wise, gold is up 0.53%. Silver is up 1.5%. We're going to take a look at the gold and silver ratio too while we're here. Gold and silver ratio. Look at the gold to silver ratio. There we go. So Jody's showing some money bags. He's very happy at the minute. Graham Stackers has also got a Johnson Massey's 10 ounce for $1 over spot. Wow, jeez, that's a great buy. Jody Rhodes says PM have definitely. Sorry, precious metals have definitely broke out. I don't know. Some are still. I wouldn't say broke out as yet. I'd say look, silver's definitely broke out. Gold is look, it's still above its resistance levels. We sort of really need to get into the 1439, 1440 is the next major resistance level there for gold. So we pretty much gonna hopefully we'll break that today. But you know, at least it's above the 1420 level. So I'll give it another few more hours. If we're up here, then and we're able to break through that, I definitely agree with you. Silver, on the other hand, is just breaking resistances, ding, 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 all the way up. 1622. So the high of the day was 1624. 1624.50 was the high for the day for silver. Graham Stank says, got lucky today. My LCS is good to me. Jody Rhodes says, silver hasn't moved for months. This feels like the big shot at the end when it's not moved yet. Well, essentially, if you have a look, I'm going to show you guys now. Check, this is very interesting. We're going to have a look at the weekly, and I think you guys will spot something. Well, at least I hope you will. That massive pop there, straight through. What I see here is I see consolidation pretty much all the way through from January, just in that level there. Obviously, we had a bit of a sell-off there, and we're sort of playing catch-up. But it's been relatively flat for a very long time. Over 2 years. It's interesting to put it that sort of way. But look, this is the chart on the weekly, and it's almost like a spring-loaded. Let's say spring-loaded. It's like a spring that's been loaded and it's ready to, you know, extend outwards. And I almost feel like that's exactly what's happened here. Been consolidating for so long that eventually it's just gone, and it's all the way up here. So let's check the monthly. There we go. That was our high there, obviously, nearly $50 all the way down here. And you can still see that nice little pop up within our moving averages currently. If you want to see oversold, check that out. Moving averages at this level, check that out. The moving average, at least over here, was $26, $27, and it was up to 50. It was majorly oversold, and that was explained why there was such a huge pullback at that stage. But also, I've done videos in regards to manipulation, which happened in 2011, which I'm not going to go into, but massively oversold, and we tried to catch up, and then we just fell off from there. But I find this very interesting that we've just been consolidating, almost ready to go up. So hopefully we're going to start seeing a high silver price. Let's have a look. Will Stokes says, Limey, you left your where's that? I certainly where? I don't really watch that. Well, I don't watch it, so you know I've never used this laptop for that sort of thing. But all of this is we've got, so that's my MP3s. Obviously, that's my gold bullion. There's the gold belt price. Google Docs. Obviously, that's the Twitter whales thing that we had opened. IQ is the software I use to track my performance in YouTube. So I'm not sure exactly what you're talking about. She Pirate says, "Hey, Silverline 79, and everyone, my first time on your stream. Well, welcome. Thank you very much, She Pirate. Really appreciate you here. Thank you very much for joining us." Limey looked more than anyone. Well, I was concerned that obviously there's some sort of pop-up would come up, because you never know. You never know these days with these things. Looked more than anyone. Metal Bump says, good to see you all. Time to buy silver. I don't know. You're paying high prices currently. If you're buying now. Well, you all just squinted to look at Limey's browser's tab. Jody Rhodes, are you guys buying physical metals? I don't buy ETF. I don't buy paper. I don't buy paper. Limey, you'll over there. Anyway, Sondel Sven is here. Welcome. How are you doing? Was that Wilson says, Graham, tell them to find me at 2008, 2009 MS70 koala. There you go. I've got 5 minutes time to show by you. This channel is good, very good. Well, thank you very much, Sondel. Really appreciate it. Silver hasn't moved for months. Okay, that's what we just went through there. Just want to make sure everyone's all being sorted. Limey looked more than anybody. Rock on, says Sondel. Jody Rhodes, some sort of pop-up, lol. Clinton has pop-up, not a good choice of words. Well, yeah, I suppose you got to have a sense of humor in this game. Metal Bum says, I know I'm thinking long-term. Buy. Do you think it will be dropping soon? Well, not at, well, I mean, again, there is going to be, I mean, the way I'd look at it, buy the dips, just buy the dips, and you'll be fine. There's no point buying high because you're already. That's the reason why I've been holding off buying Bitcoin currently at the minute, because I'm sure there's going to be a pullback. So if you wait and you're patient enough, that's when you'll score big. So again, there isn't much volume here, and that's my main concern looking at Bitcoin. So again, yes, it's popped, but it can easily go down very quickly. And look, there's no volume here. When there's no volume, price goes down more than up. And we've had a huge pop up here. So I'm expecting some sort of retracements, but again, I can't say how much here. So the way I'd look at it, but silver, just buy your dips, and that's where you'll be okay. Because at least then, even if it drops down by 5 cents or 10 cents, yeah, you've scored the 5 to 10 cents rather than just buying at the high price. Because I might buy here now, and then the price falls, and I've just paid 10,600 for Bitcoin, and now I've lost $100 or maybe even $200 just because I didn't wait for the dip. Just wait the dip. It's again, it's entirely up to yourself when you want to buy. If you're buying long term, it's up to you. Metal Bum. Also, are you buying Bitcoin at some point or buying dips? I'm thinking of buying more at 8. I know. I'm waiting for that. Metal Bum. I'm just precarious at the minute because there hasn't been much activity, and there's a huge increase in volume here. So I just pushed that price through, and I was hoping it was going to stay in this down descending wedge. However, it's broken through now. I was hoping that this candle here was going to go all the way down to this point, and I would have got in. So again, we're looking at higher highs here. So if you have a look here, sorry, higher lows. I mean, now, from where we were here, we're setting high highs, so that could be a signal for something else happening. But again, I want to make money, so I'm going to keep an eye on it. We'll see if it's short term. I might consider just getting in short term wise, but again, I'm waiting for more movement here. I won't buy at these levels. It's too little. There's too little movement here, and it can go either way. I'd essentially be gambling. If you buy low all the time, you're always a winner. Sondel Sven says, okay, sorry, I'm going to put the silver screen back on. Sondel Sven says, okay, buddies, all the best for people in your chat. I have to sleep, big buddies. Cheers, Sondel, take care. We got Will Stoker says, doubt it goes to 8.6. Yeah, well, I mean, easy for you. You bought at 9.3. Obviously, you don't want it, but there is signs there that there is still further decreases in the price of Bitcoin. So currently, if I miss it, I miss it. Hey, I'll just wait for the next one because more than likely there will be another one. Again, it just depends. Jenny Rhodes says, can I ask about storage? Anyone you recommend? Storage, everyone says stay off exchanges. Again, it just depends on yourself. If you're happy to be on an exchange, make sure your security tapped to the hilt. Take the authenticator, the Google Authenticator with your phone if you're going to be on an exchange. The safest thing is a hard wallet. Apparently, I mean, you can use it's almost like a USB drive. Plug it in. You can transfer your stuff, your crypto onto your hard wallet. Obviously, no one can get to it. When you plug it in, you transfer it to an exchange, and you can do it that way. But it's entirely up to yourself. Well, Stoic says when there's no volume, it's hard to hear. Can you hear me okay? Oh, is that just a chirp there? I like that. Metal Bum says it seems like people are thinking 8.5-ish, and it's the case. It tends to surprise everyone. I thought the run up to 13 was too fast, and it should correct sub 9,000. But then again, it's BTC. Then again, yeah, I mean, everyone was thinking that more than likely we weren't going to be seeing a. Sorry, going back to the Bitcoin chart. Sorry, I'm going to zoom out here so people can see it. Some are saying there's no way we are going to break 10 grand, and we went down to 9.8, but then we popped back up again. Then we had a major drop here back to 9.4. It was like a lower low is never a good sign. So we've got lower lows here. We got that one there, that one there, that one there, that one there, that one there. So immediately when you're in that zone, you're in this descending wedge zone. More than likely, it's going to be down rather than up. But at some point, it has to break out. But it needs to find support. Was there enough support at that level at 9.3? More than likely 9,000 apparently could be considered the new support for Bitcoin. But again, everyone was saying that support at 9.9 was very strong. However, we broke through that. It's difficult to say. Currently at the minute, it could well be that 9,000 is the new bottom for Bitcoin until there's a new bottom next time. I can hear you. That's Metal Bum. You got Jody Rhodes says your audio drops every now and then. Okay, that's interesting. Sorry, man. Let me just make sure. Hopefully that is better. Lol, I made a joke because he said BTC volumes are low. I thought that might have been the case. I was actually looking at that thinking that looks kind of funny. My wife and I went to the movies actually earlier, and that's the reason why when I was on my way, just before we left, actually, I was looking at Bitcoin and the price started to drop, and I was like, "Great, here we go. This is it." And obviously went into the movie, so I put the phone on silence. And when we got out, I was put my phone on. I was like 10 volt. What the hell? Where did that come from? I was really expecting to open the screen up and seeing it about 9,000. I'd have been like, "Yep, I would be." We're not that far away from 8.6, but that wasn't the case. Anyway, I've still got crypto currently at the minute. I've still got XRP. I haven't got rid of it because the prices just at the moment are just too low. I'm thinking of I might swap it. I might trade some of my XRP into another token. I'm just playing around with that idea yet. I just want to see significant movement. If there is going to be significant movements, if not, then I'm just going to trade it for something else. Well, Sucker, did you watch The Lion King? No, I watched the Spider-Man Far From Home. That's what my wife and I went to go watch at. So we've pretty much been following all the Marvel movies since Iron Man. And I've pretty much got majority of them here. The only ones I don't have are Captain Marvel and Avengers Endgame. Those are the only two I'm missing currently. At least I think so. I'm sure that is it. So yeah, we enjoy watching those Marvel movies. So look, Metal Bum, so you do see it sub 9,000. I'm nervous about my alts, XRP, Ethereum, LTC, EOS. Too many. Well, I tell you what, there's nice to have a good spread. I pretty much had the same spread as yourself, with the exception of EOS. I had Bitcoin, XRP, Ethereum, and Litecoin. Just stick to the top 5, and that's probably the best way to play it because they're the ones that tend to move. EOS is an interesting token. It's fell quite a bit though recently. Stuart, so you have XRP holding. I'm out. Yeah, well, I should have got out earlier, to be honest. And it was one of those, irritating tokens that you have. But yeah, there's not much I can do about it right now. but I've still got some XRP. Yes. Will Stalker knows about XRP. You haven't seen Endgame? No, man, I've seen Endgame. I said I haven't got it on Blu-ray. No, I've got the majority of the Marvel movies, just that I don't have Captain Marvel and I don't have Endgame. That's what I was saying. So you can resub now, Will Stalker. And apparently they did a revised one or something like that. There was a sort of a special edition that they actually released recently. So I might go and see that, or just wait for the special edition to come out. If you can call it a special edition, not really sure. Lake House Beach, hey man, how you doing? Will Stoker says, "Oh, okay, hitting your red button again." How's Lake House Beach? Yeah, thanks, man. I replied to your message there. Yeah, it was the shout out video that I sent you. So I just wanted to make sure that you'd got it. So that's cool. Right, silver and gold ratio. This is something we didn't look at today. So where are we with the silver and gold ratio? Well, I'll tell you what, it is looking very interesting. We've had a massive decline. I know everyone says, it's still 88, but look where it's come from. We've gone like, and then massive drop down, and just down and down, and then that was obviously when gold was strengthening a bit. The gold silver ratio is 88.29. So effectively, it's 5 ounces better off than where it was. So hopefully we can still see that climb down. I don't know if anyone's going to consider swapping silver for gold when the time arises. That would certainly be interesting. DB Stupid says, Metal Bum, lots of interest in Bitcoin from the outside the US. If your currency is crap and you want to save your money, it's like buying a lotto ticket. Global demand will go up if the US dollar gains. That's a very good point there, DB Stupid. A lot of the third world countries who have issues, in particular with their own currency now, are going to are buying crypto, mainly just because it's an appreciated value versus their own currency, which is devaluing big time. I know there was an article there about Zimbabwe, and I think it's obviously Venezuela, and then there was another one as well, also looking at crypto. Metal Bump says, DB Stupid, yeah, I bet. A lot of ticket, good analogy. Metal Bump says, I'm going to be driving soon, so I'll just be listening in the background. Well, thanks very much, Metal Bump. Really appreciate it. Smash the likes. What's up, Will Stalker, Metal Bump? Yeah, I hope what are you up to these days, Lake House Beach? It's good to see you, buddy. How's that intro doing, Lake House Beach? Swapping silver for gold is one of my many goals. There you go. That's Graham Stacker. Lol, I still listen to every now and then. That's Will Stalker having a good laugh. He still enjoys that video that Will Stalker did. Right. Okay, where are we going to from here? Let's check this out. Okay, silver. Wow, 1625. Everybody, 1626. Right, let's go on the hour. Wow, look at that upward trend. Looking good, and looks like we're looking really good. Now that was our breakout zone here, and obviously we came back and then shot back up again. And that's where we are, 1625.50. That is where we are currently. We're still pushing 1626. Wow, this is really interesting. Okay, let's go back on the daily and see where we are comparisons wise. Yep, we're way above that now, which is fantastic. So we're moving into our next zone. And then we got resistance at 1650. So hopefully these buyers here are not selling. They're going to keep buying. That's what we need. All of these buyers, these green zones here, we need these guys to hold and then people to constantly buy. And we are going to go up, hopefully, at a rapid rate. Just in the last hour alone, silver's gone up almost 2.5 cents. So yeah, it's looking very interesting. And it's gone up almost 30 cents on the day. Fantastic moves. Limey, did you see the remix I did for? Yes, I did. I definitely did see that. It was pretty cool, man. It was my 15 minutes of fame, and I'm deleting YouTube now. And I'm deleting YouTube. What's that? Why are you deleting? I guess sometimes I just walk into Walmart and I like playing my intro. Make it look all dramatic and stuff. Graham Stacker, do you guys think we will hit $17 this week in silver? Well, I tell you what, depends on if we see any pullbacks, and of course if we can maintain these buying levels here. These buying levels all need to be maintained by whoever bought, and is going to keep on pushing it up. Then more than likely we could well see. But again, we've got a 1650 resistance here that we need to get over. Once we're over that, maybe 1670, and then it's over 17. Wow, could you imagine that, guys? We're actually talking about higher prices for silver that are not like out of our, that are not what dreams are made of. We're actually in that zone where we're going to see a higher price for silver soon. Wow. Right, let's go back to the hourly. $16.26.5. For 16, what was that? 16.27. Wow, guys, we're still going up here. 16.27. In the last hour, it's gone up almost 10 cents. 16.27. We're just going to leave it on the screen for now. So glad the majority of my silver was bought under $15. Man, you are smoking it. Graham Stacker, congrats, man. Blended whiskey, sounds good, Will Stalker. Blended whiskey, man, how you doing? Hey, it's blended whiskey time. I was about to give out to you, actually, blended whiskey. I was like, where's my hello? Just like when I scrolled up, I was like, there you are. Raven Isle 5 says Will Stalker. That's Lake House Beach playing his tune. Oh, there we go. Clinton S says, come on, 25. Come on, 25, man. Jeez. If you think about it, it's like only $9 away. If we can maintain $30 increases over the next 5 days, that's at least $1.50, if you think about it. Some banks' targets have been revised. They were like, yeah, we sort of see silver. We've sort of revised our figure down. Well, we'll probably, by the end of next year, it's going to be 1750. By the end of next year, based on what? On this bull run. Wow. 1750. I mean, if we break through all that other resistance there, we're going to be heading to the 17s really soon. Graham Stinger says, yes, got very lucky. Plenty of whiskey. I'm well, thank you. Heck yeah, Clinton. 25. Lake House Beach, I'm going to still buy if it hits 20 to 25. There you go, man. I'm sure those dealers must be relieved. They're probably getting all of their overpriced silver that they bought during the last bull run. They probably still have it locked up somewhere. Now they can actually get out. They can actually get their $16 silver out and start flocking it. Getting all their old stuff back. Like, oh yeah, bring those bars that we bought 2 years ago, right at the back there. Yeah, bring those forward. We can finally sell those now. Right, 1624. Everyone's still going to buy. Fair play. Oh, platinum. Platinum up almost up to 850. That's another one I'm watching out. See if it's going to get above that level. Could well be tomorrow. 850. The high for the day was 852, which is where that green marker is right up there. So we're going to keep an eye on that. So we got Palladium. I'm not really worried about Palladium right now. It's still in the red. No issue there. Gold silver ratio 88:21. Gold 14.35. Wow. What was it when we started the stream? I think we were at 14.32, so it's gone up $3 so far. There we go. The interesting looking Bitcoin volume here. Sellers have taken over. Need to bring it back into this area here. 8.6. That sounds like a good price. That sounds like a good price to buy. Let's look silver there. 16.23. Wow. Okay, so we pulled some back. Oh, we're going back up again. 16.25. Lake House Speech says 30 plus. I'll sell everything I don't want to keep forever. There you go. Yeah, we're only was it $14 away or 13.75 away from that. You never know. Blended Whiskey says nice job on Coinbase, DB. DB Stupid. Oh, brilliant! You managed to get one opened. I know you were asking about how that's done and so on. So I'm glad you got sorted out. I put a new link. There's a new invite link in the description box for EOS. That's one of the tokens that DB Stupid has. So you can get some free crypto if you follow that link. And same with DB Stupid. Now that you've opened an account with them, go to the earn section on Coinbase. Watch the videos, and you'll be paid in Bitcoin. Sorry, you won't be paid in Bitcoin, but you'll be paid in crypto, and that's all free. Just watch some videos, answer some questions, and you're done. Metal Bum says, "I'll be listening in, but not typing." Yeah, apparently he's driving at the minute there, Metal Bum. Well, looks like we're approaching higher highs. We're definitely making higher highs here, silver-wise. So higher highs, silver-wise. That sound interesting. Lake Speech says, true, it will go back to 15 to 20. Just do that over and over again for my lifetime. You got to buy those dips and sell and sell high. That's the best way to get forward in this world. I suppose that's one thing I've learned. Holding, you just, yeah. I mean, there's no harm in holding, but you could have potentially expanded your stack just by constantly buying and selling at those highs. Well, so long as it was currently in profit. But it's the best way to grow your stack and maximize your stack for those that do stack. Willstock says, "Oh, DB Stupid, I felt it was time to at least have my eyes a bit more open. I'm not a buyer, but I will start looking at it more closely." Good for you. Do your research. That's all I say to anyone getting into crypto. Do your research, understand the market. I mean, I'm fixated with charts pretty much every day. I get up in the morning, have a look at the charts. I'm like, yeah, where are we looking? How are we looking here? It could be some movement there, or that's looking good there. We could see a pullback down here. Get in this down, goes back up again. Sell. Okay, move across, down, buy, up, down, sell, and so on. I just go nuts for these things. Silver Steeler's just turned up. Silver Steeler went through all the news already. You're welcome to scroll back and check that out if you wish. For those that didn't know, I posted a video on the Germanium Mint, the Berserk coin, the 2-ounce antique high relief silver coin. Be sure to check that out. I posted the video earlier today. Definitely pretty awesome. DB says, I will roll with that. 2% fee into crypto, so I need to learn more. There you go. Nothing like learning. It's free. It's free to learn and free to get paid as well. So if you watch those videos, you get paid in crypto. And I think you can decide what you want to do. You can convert that into Bitcoin. You can take it out if you want. Just add your PayPal account. Get paid out. It's totally up to you. Lakehouse Beach says, my plan, 25 under. I'm buying 26 to 35. I'm stalling 36 and up, selling. There you go. When you mean stalling, you mean not buying or sort of holding back? That would certainly be interesting. Make sure you hit the like button, everybody, just while you're here. In case anyone's listening that haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button, and that way you'll be sure of any updates. Oh, here we go, guys. We're almost about to hit that 1630. We're up to 1628.5. 1628.5. This is unbelievable. $16.28. Wow. Just in the last hour alone, we're up 12 cents. In the last hour alone, we were up 12 cents. Okay, we started off with the red candle. It's about to be some profit taking, but as I said, there's still plenty of buys in that area. So the bulls and the bears are going to be fighting each other there. TB Shoot says, as I'm on the Coinbase site, I don't see any fees for buying, selling, or trading. Is that the case? I think if you go into the help section, you should find it there. Otherwise, what you can do is you can pretend to buy, and it'll formulate a fee. So you can select what you want, click on buy without having to, and then obviously just before you confirm though, it should give you that. It should give you some sort of breakdown in regards to the costs. Well, they have to legally do that. They can't just say buy and then they automatically bill you. But there should be a section there in regards to fees in the help button. Silver City says, I've switched back to numismatics. Just ordered a 28 Philadelphia King 28 Philadelphia King of Peace dollars. Wow. Jeez. That's quite a bit there, Silver Steamer. Will Stalker says, DB, the fee happens when you cash out from crypto to your cash account. No fee between coins. There you go. So effectively buying or transferring, there's essentially no fee. So it's only when you cash out. So when I was shorting Bitcoin, I just transferred to Stellar for a while and then back later. No fee. There you go. Just having a look at this. It's at 10.5. It's at 10.6. It's a huge line there for selling. So they try to get it, but they try to push high, but the sellers, the bears came in, pulled it straight down, and there you go. It's growing again. Let's keep an eye on that. But anyway, we're here about silver, so let's have a look. Silver, 1628.5. Plenty Whiskey says $1,000. They charge $14.95. What's that in percentages? Was it 1.5%? Yeah, that'd be 1.5%. Will Stock says I'm about to flip some slabs. Wow, cool. Coin World Stalker sounds pretty awesome. No MS70s, I suspect. S&P just turned up. S&P, how are you, man? It's good to see you. Just been looking at all the charts. You can check on the news. Just scroll back, check the playback, and you can see where we're going from here. Right, we're almost about to hit that 1630 level, and I'm sure we will. Our high there was 1629. There we go. S&P says, glad to see silver is going up and up. S&P just sent hello to Lake House. Willstock says, Dunno, got to get them graded first. Yeah, I looked into grading from this side, and unfortunately, it just seems harder to go through PCGS in France. I've got to send them to France, but France doesn't accept post and registered mail. You got to send it by courier, but we've got no access to courier here. So the NGC, or was it NGS? Sorry, NGCS in the United States. I've joined them, and then I just need to pay a $25 membership fee, and then I can add coins and send them to America to get graded. But there's effectively no grading agency in Ireland that does that. So I thought I might as well get myself set up. At least then I'm ready to go. Right, here we go. We're almost there. We just popped it. High 1630. Let's see how this goes. 1627, some selling pressure. There we go. 1629.8. Yeah, just zoomed in for a better view. 1629.9. Let's have a look. question to the group: which would you rather? Which would do better to shift silver maple leafs or ASEs? Or I suspect they've probably got the both. They've probably got the same appeal. I suspect, or maybe so. ASEs in America. But Will Stoggy says both equally worthless. I mean, they're still going to be worth bullion at the end of the day. That might be a bit harsh. Why would you say that, Will Stalker? And we got Silver Stealer. There we go, 1630, ladies and gents. Oh, it's definitely there. There you go, 1630. That's definitely going on the thumbnail. 1630. Boom. S&P, I like both. Monster Box first, then the Maple. World Stalker says, we will never know. SP Mad Max World is never happening. So don't pull all your eggs into that one. You know, interesting enough, I've been talking to World Stalker about graded coins. And interesting enough, there is hordes and hordes of ASEs on eBay. Like, I'm telling you, there is so much supply there. And then, you know, when you look at values, it's probably one of the downsides to selling ASEs is that there's so many that you're competing with such a huge market that, you know, what makes your coin more special than the next guy? You know, so I was just saying to him, I said it's sort of difficult in regards to pricing something like that because it's such a huge market. Whereas you're better off buying what is, let's just say, what is in, but not necessarily readily available. And then you've sort of piqued someone's interest into buying it from an investment perspective. But I mean, ASEs, whether they're BU or proof, there's just loads of the things. And you know, in comparison to values, you know, they don't seem to appreciate higher values. I mean, in comparison, I'm talking about in comparison to other investment coins. Just go and have a look on eBay and you'll see what I mean. Just put in there MS70, mint state 70 grade, and you'll see immediately there's like the first page is practically ASEs, and then you keep going, first, second page, third page, fourth page, fifth page. There's just so many. So, you know, what makes them different? Let's have a look. Let's see. Jordan licenses. This is awesome. He says gold silver ratio finally dropping. I know. Let's going to take another look at that. Let's get rid of this. Let's see. Where are we on the gold silver ratio? 88.19. The previous was 88.34. 89.34. Wow, it's dropped a whole ounce. Wow, it's dropped almost an ounce and a quarter. Sure. That's interesting. Will Stoger says silver might appreciate over 20 years and give more profit than a bank account, but won't grow significantly. Whiskey says if no 10.99, it's a heaven for laundry. Will Stoger says, why have a pile of metal just on the off chance that one day it'll be only worth currency rather than do investment coins so that my collection appreciates as opposed to not just sit around. Jordan License says, I have many generic rounds. I don't care that the condition has the collector's value. I just want 3.9's fine for the cheapest price. There you go. Lakehouse Beach says, SHTF, you'd better have ammo and protection, or it won't matter what you got, because it will most likely be taken. Wow. TV Stupid says, Will Stalker, everybody has their own reasons for holding physical. To me, it's about future privacy issues. There's another good point. Yeah, that's right. You mentioned that the other day, was privacy. And as well, what cryptocurrency also does is you get a degree of privacy with cryptocurrencies that you don't get at bank level. And that is probably what's going to push people in that direction. Guys, we're 16.32, $16.32. We're up 2 cents, two and up 3 cents in the last 10 minutes. This is insane. I mean, wow. So where did we start the day? We started the day here. Pump up, pump up, pump up, pump up, pump up. So we're just going. We just keep going, selling, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy. Wow, 1632. Silver Stanger, hey man, how are you doing? Woohoo, says Jordan, 1632. Graham Stanger says, I'm thinking I'm heading that way too, Will Stalker. Just hard to shell out so much for a 1 ounce coin. Look for those bargains, Graham Stacker. Again, if you think about it, right, there's obviously so many pretty non-circulated coins out there, but how many of them are graded to an MS70? Let's say out of 1 million coins, you've got 1 million coins in production. You might only have maybe 300, or maybe 400, or 1,000, maybe that are MS70, or even 10,000. All of a sudden, the value's then automatically gone up. I think you've got the highest grade possible out of that, and of course, there's a limited mintage. It's not hard when you sell it for far way more, Graham. Right, guys, just bear with me a sec here. I'll be right back. Right, guys, sorry, I hope you can hear me there. I'm going to have to go in the next 5 to 10 minutes, so just giving you the heads up there. Hope you just give me the thumbs up to make sure you guys can still hear me. Just checking through chats. Silver Steve says, I probably wouldn't be much into ASCs if my dealer didn't sell them to me dirt cheap. I have a hard time selling WS. I'm a silver hoarder. Bitcoin is not giving you, is not going to give you any privacy. None. Well, in the near future, well, currently it's all you can see is you can't see who's transacting it, right? If you look at the transaction volumes, all they have are these codes. Where are we? There you go. But what happens when you do a transfer at the bank? Now, the transfer at the bank is going to have your full details on there for that transfer to go through. So they immediately know who that is. Currently, all they know is that this person here transferred so much of Bitcoin or so much of some form of cryptocurrency, and that's how the transactions are done. More than likely, when regulations come in, though, which is another point of getting too DB stupid, is that'll probably change the way that is conducted. Oh, that's. I mean, if look at the news. I mean, they were saying there that it's to a degree the reason why crime is using cryptocurrency, because it's untraceable to a degree. And Blended Whiskey says, "Hey, DB Stupid, in the US, the wallets are all meeting US government requirements." Okay? Well, obviously, I'm not in the US, so I don't know your rules and regulations on that side. But in general, outside of the US, things could be quite different. Silver Stanger says, "Hey there, Blended Whiskey. Will Stalker." That's another question then, Graham. Why are all these silver stackers and preppers so happy that the silver is going up? They aren't building their stack still. If you're still buying, why want less? Blended Whiskey says, DB, I don't think they can see my hard wallets. Bitcoin. Will Stalker, during the low prices of 14 to 15, many long-time stackers hit it hard. That is a good point there, Blended Whiskey. Yeah, they can't see your hard wallet. during the low prices at 14 to 15. Many long-time stackers hit it hard and are now looking at gold. Well, Stoggers, unless you've hit your goal, you're probably still stacking silver and holding for retirement. Or SHTF way down the road. So why so happy with these high prices? Play 37. I'm happy to see some direction in regards to silver. So I mean, regardless of whether the silver price is $15 or $10 or $20, people will still be buying at whatever the price to market is. Clay 37, I still hear you. Excellent, thanks for confirmation. Has anyone seen any new corn videos? Yes, I have not. Blended Whiskey says we have a challenge. Want to join? Blended Whiskey says, Stanker, we have a challenge. And he obviously wants him to join. Graham Stacker, for me, I'm glad my stack's going up in value. I think my silver under 20 still is steal, but I agree. DB makes sense, but $1 makes such a difference because gold is up too. Gold, look at that, guys. $1,443. It's heading for that well, it actually broke resistance while we were chatting away. It actually broke resistance, 1439. There you go. That's gold. It's currently up 17.9. It's catching up to silver percentage-wise. Let's check what silver's doing. 1633. Let's check the daily. 2.28%, so it still hasn't quite got there yet. Silver's still doing the number on gold, percentage-wise. What's the challenge, Whiskey? Said Silver Stanger. Listen to the testimony from FB to Congress about wallets. The wallets you can get on Apple and Android are US government compliant. They know what's up. That might have not been the case a year ago, for sure. I mean, regulation's changing. Banks don't like you having money without their knowledge. I think that's something we can all agree on. The same thing with precious metals. They don't like people stacking with physical because they can't track it. Ireland probably has much more regulations. There's no exchanges in Ireland. I use an exchange in the UK. DB Stupid, when I joined Coinbase, I had to provide a photo ID and link up with my bank info. In the US, we are totally screwed when it comes to privacy. That's DB Stupid. But a Whiskey says, Stanger, we each take $100 and see how high we get that $100 by the end of the year. Wow, that's interesting. DB Stupid says, out of the US, it's more Wild West for sure. Dark web has private wallets, but that isn't what I'm willing to go to get privacy. Yep, you like the physical, my man, and I hear you on that. Clinton S, the reason I'm a collector is because I like what I have, and yes, I know there is value, but I'm not looking to sell my collection. I do also have bullion if I need to sell. Clinton S, the collection is mainly for our kids. So Steeler, it hit hard during the $14 range. I got my monster box half full and lots of other rounds. Now I pause and go back to the numismatics because that don't tis much in any during the rally. Not tis rise. Sorry, that's almost Blended Whiskey says $100 in cryptos. TV Stupid said something is up. That is for sure. Right, so 1632 for silver. Gold 1444. Wow, whopper. Gold's moving. Don't know what that means for the gold silver ratio. Let's check. 1836. Sorry, 18. Imagine if it was 18. 88.36. A couple of new visible new notes from my collection, North Korea and Biafra. Wow, Biafra, the African state. You actually found some of those. That's interesting. Biafra was a state in Nigeria, I believe, that broke away. That wanted to go on their own. They didn't last long. It was sort of, I think it would have lasted a few months. But it's interesting, you got some Biafra banknotes. I'm very impressed. Will Stalker says, stranger, yeah, I don't know if you mean Stanger or it's a stranger. Each of us have their own strategy for a challenge. Can be crypto or metals or numismatics or whatever. Graham Stacker says, nice, Will Stalker. I collect notes as well. I'll just be waiting for that one. Silver Stanger says, pretty sound interesting. He says, Will Stalker is really much value in paper. I've never thought of getting into that. TV Stupid says, imagine if you thought you had privacy with your crypto and they came back on you hard for tax evasion years down the line. Yeah, you got to make sure you declare that stuff if you sell. Everyone needs to pay their taxes, probably capital gains. And there will be no privacy once they decide to turn this on. That's right. Well, Stoker says, yep, Nigeria also got Transnistria, Yugoslavia, and Zimbabwe. Right, guys, I'm going to wrap things up here when we've gone into pretty much the end. So what are we looking at? We're looking at new highs for silver. Silver current price at 1633. We've got gold currently at 1445. Still good, still moving up. We're looking at platinum at $850 an ounce. Palladium at $1,524 an ounce. And moving into crypto, we've got Ethereum, $224 dollars a token. Bitcoin currently at 10,577 per token. So it's going to be interesting to see how things pan out. Gold silver ratio is 88.45, so it's going up. Right, and that's pretty much where we're going to leave it, everybody. Thanks again, as usual. Really appreciate having you guys here. You certainly keep the chat going. I think we're up to around 15 there, which is great. Thanks so much, guys. Have a great afternoon, morning, or evening, wherever you are in the world. It's always great to have you guys here. Just some shout outs. We've got Silver Stanger, Clinton S, DB Stupid, Graham Stacker, World Stalker, Silver Stealer. There's another one. Blended Whiskey was here, or is here. And that is that for, and Lake House Beach. Let's not forget Lake House Beach. And Jordan Lyson. And Clay 37. Thanks very much, everyone. I'll see you all next time.